it's preparing, it's loading to live stream. Yeah, perfect. So we are live on YouTube right now, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we are good to go. Yes. Yeah. Good afternoon, a very good afternoon. This is Charshri Padgiri from Advancing Northeast, and I welcome everybody to our today's session. And first of all, I would like to wish everyone a very happy World Environment Day. And we have a wonderful and very special guest today here with us. And before we move ahead with our session and introduce our speaker here, I'd just like to say a few words about what Advancing Northeast is for whoever is not still aware of our initiative yet. So Advancing Northeast is a digital initiative under the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, Government of India, Northeastern Council and Northeast Development Finance Corporation. So it's basically an information portal, and we cater in 3 segments: education, employment, and entrepreneurship. So under these particular segments, we have different kind of events and flagship programs and initiatives coming up. So here we are with our another segment, which is career talks and webinars, and where we provide, we try to bring globally benchmarked professionals for our youths of Northeast to create a bridge between our experts and our students. So I welcome everybody once again. And today, on the occasion of World Environment Day, we have a biotechnologist and entrepreneur, Sabina Farmin Saikia. She is from Assam, and she is the founder of tech startup company EcoWeb Lab Pvt Ltd, which is recognized by DPIIT and the Government of India. And it's a company dedicated towards plastic waste management, ecosystem restoration, and saving the environment from pollution. So what better than a ma'am here to, grace today's occasion. So welcome, ma'am. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Charshri, and thank you for reaching out to me on this wonderful occasion. And it's an honor for me, to be part of your organization. It's such an esteemed one. You're doing wonderful work. So, it is always a pleasure to be associated with something, belong to Northeast, actually, although I'm not there right now, but it is always a pleasure,
Yes, ma'am. Obviously, it is. And you are also, anyway, making us proud out there, even though you are not in Northeast right now, but it's a moment of pride for us all. So thank you for being here. And so let's embark on your journey on, how you took ahead with your business, and how has it been all these years working for the environment and everything. So I'll pass it on to you, ma'am. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Charshri. Can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
You can just share screen from your side.
I think post disabled, it's telling.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
You have to enable
yes,
it.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you do it now?
Can I try now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
is it available now, ma'am?
It is available. One second.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am. Can see
okay,
it.
I'll just go for the main frame. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So we all know it is World Environment Day, and it is 2023, and we are still talking about climate change and all that. I seriously, it is some kind of empathy, because this is a time we have to act now, or it will be too late, So about this day, it was actually started in the year 1973, and it was first marked in the country Sweden, in the city called Stockholm. And it was an initiative by United Nations. And it was this year it is hosted by one of the African country called Cote d'Ivoire in partnership with Netherlands. So this year theme, we all know, it is beat the plastic pollution. So we are focusing on, try to find some solution to this plastic pollution. India also hosted this event in the year 2018. Even that time also the focus was, beat the plastic pollution. So we are still back to the square, we are still doing it. And why plastic is a problem? So I guess my pictures, speaks the volume. If you see, it is the plastic that we find it everywhere, land, water, in our food chain, even the marine animals, we haven't even, spared them. We can see these plastics, microplastic inside the, their digestive system, sadly. And sadly, it is only the human or the mankind who have, done all this. We are the most destructive species among the whole living organism or in the whole world, actually. And one second, it is not going. Not going, 1 second, I'll just back again.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So everything that we need to know about plastic pollution. So what we have seen here is like, 1.8 billion metric tons of greenhouse gas emission has been actually happened due to plastic only. Once it got incineration and it goes decomposition to some extent, we release this pollution, actually the greenhouse gas and the carbon dioxide and all that. So where all this plastic is coming from? It has been found that most of the plastics are coming from the packaging industries. They are the one actually who are like contributing to the very large extent, actually. And it has been seen like, although these plastics were introduced after the industrial revolution for the human, being for the humankind, for the benefit, but at the end it has caused havoc to the whole environment. We have not left anything, actually. So it has been seen like approximately 36% of all the plastic produced are used in packaging. So these packaging industry used styrofoam, they use polystyrene products, they use all petroleum products which are alides, and unfortunately they just don't decompose. It just stays in the environment for years and years and years. And then why it doesn't go?
There's a down arrow, ma'am, the right arrow.
Okay.
Press it, yeah.
Yeah. So say no to plastic. We all know like it kills the ocean life, it kills the terrestrial wildlife. And then it has been found like, there are micro bits of plastics that enters our food system, actually, the food chain. This produces chemical pollution, microplastic, and it affects all kinds of, our organs. And we have seen the rise of cancer and all other products, and, in the disorders, actually. And India produces 3.4 million tons of plastic waste in a year. And among all this Indian states, Maharashtra topped the list. Actually, it is the largest amount of plastic producer their waste. And thankfully, Tripura contributed to the least actually plastic waste generation. We Northeast are, Northeasterns are better actually in many ways. We know how to keep our environment safe. Thankfully, maybe the environment is still not exploited by the industrial, companies. So shift to plastic, shift to sustainable packaging. Now, this is the focus that we have to, garner more strength, and we have to spread the word actually why this is the time where we have to shift to sustainable packaging. Now, what is this actually? It is a packaging that produces the most negligible impact on the nature environment. It is eco-friendly, and these kinds of products are biodegradable. They are having some innovative solution. And this best part is like, we can also recycle this to some extent. Now, there are many companies who are focusing on this. European nations and Western countries, especially US and Europe, they are into a lot of mushroom packaging. They are preparing the packaging out of mushroom, out of seaweed, out of corn straw packaging, and even recycled cardboard and paper. So we need to focus more on this. We need to embrace more of this kind of thing. So that is the reason why EcoWeb Pvt Ltd has been formed. This is a startup with my dream. It was started in the year 2021. And for me, it was something very close to heart, because being a biotechnologist, for me, it was always some kind of, giving back to the society. So what we have here is like, what we have here done is like, we are harnessing the magic of mushroom that is called fungal mycelium. And this fungal mycelium binds with the agricultural biosubstrate, and then we prepare the biomaterials. And there it comes a process called biofabrication, where we prepare some kind of incubating process involves.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. Can I just interrupt you for a minute? Just
Sure.
1 minute, ma'am.
Background noise, yeah.
Yes, 1 minute. I'm so sorry, ma'am. There was.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, ma'am. You can continue now.
Yeah. So in this company, we actually harnessed a magic of nature called fungal mycelium. So it binds with the agricultural biosubstrate, and then we prepare some kind of packaging material after it goes through a thorough incubation process, aseptic environment. A lot of our innovation, goes into it. We have our own micronutrients and all that. So ultimately what we produce here is some excellent substitute that can be used as a single-use plastic product, or even, packaging for styrofoam, like, what normally we use thermocol for all kinds of packaging. So these kinds of product can be used for packaging. So that is one thing.
Wonderful, wonderful idea, ma'am.
Thank you. So here what we have seen is like, whatever comes from nature should go back to nature. That is our prime motto. We don't leave any carbon footprint here. It is being used as a low embodied energy. We don't use much of electricity. We don't use much of water. So we are saving the energy here. And secondly, it can be the efficient packaging material because it is light in weight. It is biodegradable. Even to some extent, it is waterproof. And then it is like home compostable. So once you use it, you break it and you just throw it into the nature. It actually nourishes the soil fertility also. So if you see the picture here, it is telling agricultural waste plus fungal mycelium, and it is the mushroom material. These ultimately thing we can use as a packaging material. So it can be a very good competitor to all petrochemical foam and other alternative packaging material, just like cardboards, or like, in terms of cost and non-toxicity also, and being it efficient and biodegradable. So this is our first phase of product, actually prototype, actually, that we have been able. This has been actually used. We have taken the help of rice husks, rice straw, and sawdust. So it is, all these things are organic agricultural waste. There is no chemical involvement here, and ultimately when these products are used for packaging, and once we remove it, when we break it, so it doesn't affect the environment. And most of the thing, it looks very light, very fluffy. And we can use it even for pots and planters also. And the best part is that even if you want to, put directly into the soil, you can actually do it. You don't have to put it like plastic pot. Normally we take the plant, remove the pot. These pots remain, it breaks and, pollutes the environment. So this is the one of the best part, because it has cocoa peat, it has rice straw, sawdust. So ultimately it degrades, actually biodegradable. So this is my, regular lab activities that I would say normally it happens. So this is my lab in Bangalore, IKP Eden, that I'm continuously preparing these prototypes. I have one more lab in ET Hub, that is Assam Agricultural University. So, and this is the way that we, normally biotechnologists use how to, produce, put those micronutrients and all that. So, and this is the fungus that we grow, mushroom. These are all edible mushroom. We don't use any pathogenic strain. Actually, this is all healthy strain that we use, help, safety for the people who even handles it, or even use it. And this kinds of foam that develops, if you see this, ultimately once it grows and, we bake it, ultimately it gives those pots and planters. And this idea was one of the idea that has been, we got second best prize idea in Guwahati Biotech Park, because this seems to be one of the best entrepreneurial venture in biotechnology and allied areas. And we are being associated with NITI Hub, AIC, Assam University, then also with Guwahati Biotech Park. We also get support from Bioness, IKP Eden, Bangalore, and Bioness IIST Guwahati. So I'm very thankful to all this organization who are supporting me on and off, actually, regular basis. And together we can save the earth. If you see, everything is gone, right from the Amazon forest due to wildfire, the Nevada lake, all the lakes are gone, the glaciers are gone, and we are facing the the urban flood more often. I think your Guwahati also has, this problem because of clogged drain due to thermocol.
Yes.
I saw recent one news in Assam Tribune also. And then if you see extinction of species, this species, the coral, this thing, So what exactly we can do, we don't know. We have devastated the whole thing. Everything is gone. So it is high time now. We have to act it. And sustainable development goal that has been given us, the 7 of them has been given us by the UN. And among these, the 13, 14, and the 15 are the most important one, because 13 actually, it says like we have to do it now. We have to adapt the measures. We have to take the strict actions so that to mitigate the climate change, and we should be able to reduce the temperature, like at least 1.5 Celsius by the end of this century. That is the aim actually, why we are taking all the measures. And coming to 14th climatic sustainable goal is like we have to take care of the marine life. We have to take care of the ocean acidification that is happening. We have to take care of all the extinction that is happening with all kinds of marine ecosystem, and of course make those life healthier. Actually, we have actually polluted the whole ocean, the rivers, the lakes, everywhere. And then the 15 is about the terrestrial. Actually, here we have contributed to the loss of biodiversity. So that we have to stop it, we have to halt it. We have to encourage the conservation of lands and forests and even the terrestrial organisms. That is the prime goal. So this 13, 14, 15, this sustainable goal are the most important one. We should spread the word. We should actually tell the people around us, even though they are not aware of this, how to take care of our nature, because this is only one earth that we have all for us. And this 3 hours we all know by now, but still we somehow try to deviate. Every time we go for shopping, we tend to buy more. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce the single use of plastic. Every time you just go out and buy a bottle of Coke, you just remember where it goes. That because company doesn't come and take it from your hand and take the responsibility of even decomposing it. So every time you buy a bottle of Coke, mineral water, try to grab your own things and go out. That is my motto actually. And then reuse, maximum time. Try to use for the second hand product also. There is no harm, reuse your whole things again and again. Then recycle it properly, because it seems only 9% of these plastics are recycled worldwide. That is quite sad. I don't know why, because maybe it is lack of awareness. That is the thing. And of course, spread the word. Spread the word. It is embrace sustainability, go plastic free, thinking twice before shopping, and boycott products that endanger the wildlife. And most important, pay attention to labels. Now this year, I want to focus this more, because every time you purchase something, even your cosmetics, even your shampoo bottle, everything, there are microbeads, even in the face wash also. And these microbeads actually goes to the environment and stays there for a long time, and it affects the whole ecosystem. So go for products, see if it is polyethylene free, propylene free. These products are important. Try to go for more organic products actually. So the only way we can save the environment. And yes, one earth for all. Elon Musk is still preparing the way to go to Mars. I don't know when it will happen, but right now it is for only one earth for all the species, and unfortunately, humankind is the worst of the all. We are just 0.1% of all, and we are managed to destroy 83% of the ecosystem. How sad. So, we have caused global warming, we have caused air pollution, water pollution, land pollution. We have done everything. We have done overpopulation. We have done industrial, revolution, but then end up with all bad things. So, yeah, that is one thing that we have to focus. Yeah. So on this World Environment Day, let's promise to make our planet greener and healthier. So thank you from my side.
Thank you. This was such a wonderful guide, ma'am. It served like a, learning lessons. Each and every point that you said are so crucial and important. I mean, people are dying of heat waves right now. So
right, yeah. Have you seen?
Exactly. What worse can it get? Yeah. And still the people are not getting it, that we are the ones who are to blame.
We are the
So
ones. It is only, I told you, that's only this species, the human species. No other thing in this world to be blamed.
exactly, ma'am. And we also do have the power to make it right. Right. As you said, that we have all the means and all the resources. We just need to work and act together.
No, I just want to add here, there is a phrase called Anthropocene. It is a
Okay.
phrase that has been, used by the scientists now, because it seems like we are responsible whatever we are doing right now, and still this power is with us only, so that we can make it better. Still, it is not too late. We can reduce the temperature rise. We can take care of this carbon dioxide production. We can, decrease this ozone hole, whatever is happening. We can take care of this ocean also, marine life. So whatever gone extinction happened, but still we have time to, reclaim it actually.
Right. And ma'am, whatever you are doing and your company EcoWeb has been doing is wonderful. Like, I think more and more people should join such initiatives and understand that what work actually goes on and how people are also fighting for it. And ma'am, you also do half of the work yourself, right? In the lab, you are always there, and you do all of the tests and everything yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So being actually biotechnologist, this research never ends. Every step you take, some kind of resource always there.
Yeah.
So it's part of my journey now.
So it's really very unique also, ma'am, the way you have put it all together, because you're also running the company, but then you are also a biotechnologist yourself. So that is a very interesting thing I found out. And obviously, ma'am, we'll talk more about your company. You have already given a very detailed explanation of what it does and everything, and we'll know about your journey. So I want to go to, square one and learn how you started everything. So
Okay.
yes, ma'am. I think, ma'am, we can stop the screen share now.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
You can do it from your end, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Perfect. So ma'am, yes. So how did it all start? Like, tell us about your academic journey, your schooling and everything. Were you always this curious about this, nature and what is happening and everything? Please enlighten us.
My schooling happened in Don Bosco, Jorhat. So I did my matriculation from there, and then I went to JB. I am a JB, and after that I got the seat in BSc in Assam University. So my subject was like mostly genetic engineering. I love genes and all those molecular biology thing. So because of that, actually, I ended up my PG doing in biotechnology, because although I got, I was actually selected for both horticulture and for biotech, but biotech was my dream, because this is one subject you can learn a lot. It is like never ending. It is a vast area of knowledge. You can learn about immunology, evolution, genes, mutation, everything that is happening around us. So that fascinated me always. And yeah, so it has that 2 years of this MSc journey has been really wonderful in my green campus, AU Green Campus. My guide was also very wonderful, supported me, and my thesis got selected for CU University, the idea, because that was the thing that we tried that during that time. It was genetic transformation that we tried to do with the help of tissue cultured plants, lab-based plants that we grow inside the lab. It was done, with rice actually.
So, ma'am, that was your topic for your PG research.
Okay. Transformation of agrobacterium actually with rice. And we took the gene and put it inside the bacteria. The bacteria was the vector and transferred from one organism to another. For me, it was with the rice plant. And then we measured the protein content, how it got transferred, and how it, there are a lot of manipulation happened that we did, inside this lab. So it was really great journey. And that was the starting of my biotech journey. And coming after that, I did my, little bit of, corporate actually, I entered the corporate life also. I was a patent analyst. Yeah, I did my certification from WIPO, Geneva, in patent actually course. And then I did PhD IPR from IGNO also. I did some part of my work in, Origin IP Solutions. That is the company that we
Yes,
use
ma'am.
mostly for patent thing,
So, ma'am,
creating-
why this sudden urge to learn this patent thing after doing
See,
biotech?
the thing is
Yeah.
like patenting and copyright, patent is always a part of research scientific journey, everything you want to do, you want to patent it for
Patent,
yourself.
yeah.
And I learned this subject during my PhD course, and then coming back to Bangalore, that I just thought of giving it a chance. I thought it'll be great area to explore more. I did enjoy for a couple of years. I was doing some top pharma companies. We used to create patent alerts so that they don't end up doing the same research again and again. If somebody has patented, you have to alert them, stop it right there. Don't do it. This has been
Don't
done.
waste your time. Yeah.
Don't waste your time, energy, money. So we send a trigger signal because we search, the whole portal is there. So using those keywords and all that scientific, terms are there that we used to do. And after a few years, I got bored. I wanted to study again. Somehow this research, thing was always there. And I cleared my MPhil and PhD entrance in Jain University, Bangalore, and I got my seat there. So this thing happened, MPhil journey happened just before pandemic. Again, my research topic was mechanical induced stress in environment. So environment was always part of my research journey here and there. How the environment is, affecting it and how we can tweak it. And this research is also, whatever I did was very interesting topic. You won't believe, plants that we have studied, plants actually reciprocate. Once they feel some kind of threat, they give the signal to the neighboring plant. That is something very beautiful, topic that I have studied, how they evolve their own self-defense mechanism. Once we tweak the environment, the surrounding environment, they produce some kind of antioxidants and phenolic compounds so that, other predators don't come and sit on it, don't affect the plant. So that is again a very beautiful topic. And during this pandemic thing was going on, I had to start my PhD journey, but the wet lab was closed and my startup happened. I was not,
so you were not preparing or thinking about doing a startup or anything?
It just happened just like that.
Yeah.
I just called my guide. I'm like, sir, I have this idea. Can I start my, this company, start this research? Though he was so overwhelmed. He was like, your PhD can happen any point of time, but this cannot wait. This environment needs it right now. Just go and hop into the journey, go for it. My best wishes. So yeah, so it started like that. Then this company was again, I got this private limited incorporation from MCA. Then I got my lab in Niti Hub. So then Guwahati Biotech thing happened. So everything happened one by one.
Everything added up after that, right?
Now
Automatically,
I am
one
like,
thing after
I have to take it forward.
Yes, ma'am. So you were always fascinated towards studying about plants or environment, so you were always that curious kid, right?
Yeah.
So that drew you towards it. So, ma'am, I'd like to ask a very basic question now, that if you have to define biotechnology, like if there are audiences watching us and they might be interested in biology or, anything, a mixture of this course, but they do not really know what is it. So can you break down it for them?
See, biotechnology, two words, bio and tech. So it is the biology that is associated with some kind of technology. Otherwise, if it is not technology, it is simple botany or zoology.
Yes.
Understood. So there are ways that we, use it. Immunology section is there. Other kinds of sections are there that, with the technology is something, with the help of gene, we do some kind of good mutation also there for our own benefit. And other things, vectors are there. So it is a technological part. Because of this, it is called biotech. And biotech is the mother of all, science. It involves biochemistry. It involves your molecular biology. It involves evolution, immunology. A lot of subjects are there that needs to be, studied properly. Genetic engineering, one of the most core subject here. We have to understand it. So yeah, biotech is one very fascinating subject actually.
So it's a large area of study, yes, and it has different scopes. So
it has multiple scopes actually.
So ma'am, also there are then various career options also, right?
Yes.
a lot of career options to pursue. So would you like to just mention a few?
See, after this pandemic thing, people got to know about RT-PCR and all those things. So that is one area, you know, diagnostic.
Now evolving right now.
Evolving and all. That is one area people can study those clinical research after studying biotechnology. And then, you know, there are one sectors you can try for agricultural aspect, you know, how to take care of this nature, how to increase the food, because genetic modification happens actually, you know, where we can deter the insect infestation. Then there are some disease that we can deter it. So like that, there are many areas actually that, you know, people have, it is not, you know, what do you say, saturated. You have to explore and explore more. Everything is biotechnology related. You just name it, you have to be, you know, you'll be there. Even the cancer studies, all those research, everything is related to biotech only.
Okay. So it's a very interesting area of study, and the students do not, you know, generally follow this conventional programs like I'll have to choose this or that only, the limited programs, but there's so much more.
Because if a student, you know, if he doesn't end up, he or she doesn't end up a medical, you know, student, you know, doesn't get the seat over, then biotech is one field he can experience all those things. Only that you don't, write the drug name, but you that whole you can garner the knowledge also. A lot of things.
Also, ma'am, you can work towards nature, and also you can have a successful career going alongside it. So what better than that, right? And you are a living example of it. Yeah. So, ma'am, what do you think are the main skills that are required? Because only wanting to do something would not do, right? The willpower, and also the people requires specific qualities. So, what do you think?
Yeah, quality.
How do the students, you know, groom themselves if they want to work towards this field, according to you?
I would say patience is one thing, because this is mostly research oriented. Because first day, second day, third day, you may not get your result in the experiment trial, because we tend to get, you know, a bit low, you know, sometimes demotivated, because sometimes it happens, you know, because surrounding whatever experimental setup we do, it matters a lot. Sometimes, you know, even the journal says something and we don't get all those things, but then it is your topic, your research area, you just go ahead. So I would say patience and determination and dedication. These are the three things you have to show it from day one. Till, you know, you achieve something, or you realize which path you have to follow from here onwards. That is the most important thing. It actually applies to it applies to most of the fields, not only in biotech, in a lot of other fields also it goes the same way.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. So, ma'am, moving ahead about you again, I would come to you again. So about your, like you said that it just happened, pandemic, and you just thought of an idea and your guide just pushed you to do it. But then, as you said it was not so easy, right? It was obviously, being an entrepreneur, you know, even to think of starting requires a lot of courage. So please tell us your experience.
Actually, and frankly speaking, nothing is easy. Nothing is easy.
Yes,
okay. Every startup journey, you know, it is like everything comes to fund and funding is the most thing. Somehow I'm lucky, you know, it has been bootstrapped till now by my family, my husband mostly. And because if you run after fund, if you run after all these things doesn't happen. It is up to you till how you have to pursue it, you know. Because if you see whatever I have shown you till now, these are all, they are not yet market ready. We are doing all those research, one round, second round, third round, fourth round, like this. It is happening. Prototypes are building it. So now, thankfully, I am getting some good, you know, positive responses. You know, NID is one. They are very, you know, very much actually interested. You know, coming ahead and give some aesthetic look. So like that, people are showing interest. Like, can I make something for them, pots and planters, you know, which normally they don't get. Suppose if person is searching for some export license, you know, if it is an orchid or small succulent or cactus, that normally it is very difficult to get because of the plastic thing that planters they use it. And of course, the conscious also tells that we are using plastic everywhere because it goes in bulk. So that way, people come and approach me when they learn about me that I'm trying to do something about it. Hello, Sabina, can you do something about this and come ahead, some product for us? I'm like, of course, let me, give me some time. I am that journey only. This prototype should be very soon ready after this trial, a customer trial, and all the validation process is there for me. So durability things are there. So yeah, everything requires a lot of grit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So, like you said that people come to you and they, ask you that can you do something? So it must come along with such a big responsibility, right? That then you have to deliver them because they are showing faith in you.
Yes.
So
That's
being an entrepreneur, that is also to maintain that faith is.
Because I have still not entered that customer relationship, because my products will be, it still needs time. It will be ready in some time, because I don't know what will happen that time, because now only I'm feeling that pressure because it has to be of that particular standard, or, maintain some kind of, validated standard actually are there, because these products are, after all, it is made out of organic waste. A lot of things are associated along with that. So I have to take care in both ways so that nobody is harmed, and taking care of nature. And of course, customer satisfaction should be also one kind that I have to be very much, focused actually. So yeah, wish me luck.
Absolutely, ma'am. Our good wishes are with you anyway. So, ma'am, during this process, in your company when you started, so how many people you got, initially, and how many people are working now? Like, how is it running, basically?
Yeah. So mostly I am the scientific, person, principal scientific advisor, whatever you say.
Yes,
I'm the one who's running the whole lab thing. Then I have my two associates. One is doing PhD. She's also running one part of my trial there. And then I have advisors from CEO Niti Hub, so he is on and off mentoring it. Then I have one intern actually who is taking care of my lab activities daily. So right now I don't see much involvement of the employment generation. But yeah, down the line after a few years, I have a vision so that I can, once I can go for large scale production. Right now it is only lab production. So I have a vision, like I want to involve a lot of women folks from the villagers, because these are the people who can give us a lot, even the youth also.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
Absolutely.
to some extent, some unemployment thing, we can take care of it, because it is our responsibility. If they are surrounded, if we see in our surrounding vicinity, we can take the help from them. I can put my warehouse nearby the villagers where I need this rice straw, rice has to be clean, and segregation thing happen. So these people can come to me. I can give some kind of employment. So this is where it is a holistic, it's a kind of dream for me. I want to put it that way. So even the marketing chain, the whole thing, the youths are there who can take care of it. So I just hope it happens one day.
Wonderful. This is such a great news for everyone, because I'm sure it'll absolutely happen the way your company is doing already. So this will be such a good opportunity for everyone, right? And what better than the rural women, because they know everything from
They
the
know
roots.
everything. They know
Yes,
everything.
ma'am.
Yeah.
The preservation techniques also, the ones they had, is no way like the ones urban people have, or they know, no matter how much they are well equipped, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is a very, very good thought and news, ma'am. So as you already said everything about your company, so it's also doing very good now. So what are your future plans, ma'am, regarding any major, regarding your work that you want to share?
If we click, I mean, like if whatever the thing goes on properly, we would be the pioneer one, entire Northeast, to provide this kind of sustainable packaging out of mushroom and this thing. So if that happened, that will be a very wonderful news for everyone who can come and use this product from us.
Yes.
And we can open a gateway actually, we can export this thing actually. So Northeast is abundant with natural resources. That is one thing, right from the bamboo hug, bamboo fibers, even the textile waste are also there, that Edimoga waste and all that. So all these things we can do a lot of about it. So we see some collaboration happening in nearby futures. Some funding also obviously should happen by that time, and this company should grow. That is what actually it is, should be expanded from one area to another area. And because we are not doing it for ourselves for money, making company, it is not for their own benefit, it is for the environment actually. So I want to, along with this, I want to spread the word also, ki even if you have to spend 1 or 2 rupees extra compared to thermocol packaging, then just do it. It is for your future generation. That is the word that I want to spread, because if it is not now, then it will be too late for us. Already we have seen what all has happened. So it is not a journey, I would say, only customer relation or something like that, product making. It is a kind of message that I want to put forward along with this. I make profit, I don't make profit, that is one other thing. But giving back to the environment, to the society, creating more awareness. So that means a lot.
Right, ma'am, right, obviously. And ma'am, also your products have been utilized by people. So you have had those reviews and everything. So how are they and how do they boost your enthusiasm?
First is like, it is very cute, they say, and they can't believe it, like it is the edible mushroom. Exactly. That is, you are using it for decorative piece, or you're just using it for some cute cactus or succulent, planters. So then they try to know like how it is formed, and I'm like, this is something you have to keep it, until and unless you don't want to throw it in the ground. If it goes back to soil, you won't be able to find it. It will just decompose. It will just decompose. Yeah. So that really.
So that is something only you can do. Yes. So, ma'am, can you share your story of, with your first experiment when you started your company and then when you did your first product?
Yeah, first two, 3 experiment was not possible. Every time experiments do fail. And for me, it was difficult again, because right now the patent thing will come, because this type of packaging was initiated in US by a company called EcoWeb Lab, and they are doing it cannabis straw. Okay, and everything is patented. Okay, you don't get the information. And it is FTO is there or not, that we don't know, freedom to operate, a lot of things are there. So even though it is happening, but it is in a very hush-hush way, a lot of information are not available in the net. And that is the reason, like, I found it very difficult, time to initiate it, to understand which are the most compatible biosubstrate for this kind of strain, which strain are the best, because there are a lot of strains are there in Northeast.
Yes, lot of alternatives.
That I have to do a really thorough screening work, compatible strain, compatible biosubstrate, then incubation stage, this is the thing, then how to avoid contamination. So lot of things are there that goes inside the lab. So yeah, the starting phase, I guess it has never been easy for anyone actually.
Right, right, ma'am, absolutely. And also, so now you are not in Assam, right? You are.
I do travel a lot. Assam.
Yes, ma'am. So your company is mainly based.
It is incorporated in Assam, Jorhat,
Jorhat. Okay, ma'am. That was what and if somebody wants to connect with your company and know more about you and, in a one-on-one basis, then how do they do it? So is there any particular social presence or? Social
presence, we are there in Instagram, and then they can directly drop in the NIT, this, what is it, NITI Hub AIC. It is an Assam. I have a lab over there. Okay. So they can directly come and drop in. Otherwise, my contact is there in website. It the same goes, the name goes. So yeah, I'm available.
Yes, ma'am. So so it's always welcomed for whoever wants to, brainstorm or know anything, are curious about what your company is doing.
I had a few visitors from here and there to see what is happening and all that. I do get call. to guide them. Even the MSc research project also, a few of them were there. Ma'am, how to go ahead with this? Because now everyone wants to try this.
Exactly, ma'am. And also, ma'am, like everybody does research, but then it does not really come into a fruitful, concrete result, because not everybody can turn that into something. The research is just an academic thing, but you also incorporated it into an idea, which is a very new thing. And I'm sure that, our main target audience, the youths, can take it in their mind that you can always mingle your academics with your ideas, entrepreneurship, and there are so many options.
Yeah, there are so many options, because nowadays, it, unlike the other, generation, the past generation, nowadays the youths are very smart. Whatever they are studying in the reading days, they are study, they try to incorporate in their daily life. They tend to earn a few bucks, by doing here and there. This kind of same, it happens. Especially IITians are the smartest people. They are, all the startup owners these days. So yeah,
yes, ma'am.
It can happen.
Yes, ma'am. So my other question will be, I just want to know that you are not right now, you are not in Assam, but you keep on traveling. So you see the differences, like how the people, like you said, Tripura is being very careful about its waste management and everything. So Northeast is already, somewhere doing its bit. So, but if in general, if I ask you in context of Northeast, then where do you see Northeast stands in terms of sustainable development? And how positive can we be?
There are only few pockets here and there, because of the development. If you see the city of Guwahati or the Tinsukia, we see a lot of waste around here. So here and there, lying area, they are not very much bordered. I don't know, even initiative being taken by the government, but it is the primary responsibility of the people also, who live in the city, the citizen. So that thing, otherwise, apart from that, the rest of the places are doing quite well. They are quite well. This Shillong, Meghalaya and all that, if you've been there, you see how beautifully these places are maintained. The Diffu, recently I visited to Diffu also, very clean, one of the clean. Then Cherrapunchi I've been, oh my God, beautiful. They are like, it's a heaven. And I cannot explain to my peers here, like how clean these places are. And I really boast about this thing. So that way, again, I say, because industrialization or all these things, companies are not there, we have not been exploited. That could be one reason. But that doesn't mean like we don't have to develop. We have to develop. We should be more responsible, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So would you like to, tell our youths anything, like how do they take steps? Like where do they start regarding putting their academic knowledge and theories into, something of value, so that we can turn this, whatever environmental damage is happening. Also, ma'am, can you suggest any like research materials that if somebody is actually willing to be just, or working in this field, then what kind of...
Since now the topic is environment only today, so I think this is the tip of the iceberg that we are discussing. There are many areas that are still not, not even explored. We have to do a lot of research, because I don't see any of these, startups who are trying to be in this field like my competitors. We can have to be all together, then only we can beat this plastic pollution. Because this is a monster that we need to fight.
So, ma'am, plastic is, you would say, the major thing that is...
A major thing, one of the major things, the pollutant, I would say, causing the land, the water, everywhere. Even if you burn it, it actually pollutes the air. So it is not even leaving anything. So I would urge my, peer researchers or the youth, come forward and think about something, how to replace this petroleum product, how to go ahead, how to make anything which is nature friendly, or at least damage to the nature or the environment, that we tend to bring it for the customer. So be a little bit more conscious, take the ownership, do something which your conscience also tells you, I am not harming the nature, not harming the Mother Earth. So there are many industries actually, who needs help, and they are also helpless because alternative products are not there. If you ask me, Why they are using it? Even we have a list of the banned products. Government has given notification: don't use these, don't use this single-use plastic. But still, we see around. Why it is happening? Because they don't have no alternative best. They are bound to use it. So I can ask this youth, at least try one product at a time. Go for it. And now you can see all those that single-use plastic, all this what do you say? That food, the biscuits and all that gums,
chips and everything, snacks
everywhere. How to replace that? How to replace that? The edible products are there. Edible packaging is coming. A few companies are there who are trying their best to penetrate this market. No, go for it. I mean, like, if somebody is preparing it or it is not a replica, go for it, because we need more and more. Then only it will be available. It will be, economically viable, everyone to buy it. If it is still a very scarce material, it will be very, again, a high price. If it is more available, more common, just
then it will also be affordable to everyone.
It will be affordable for everyone. So that way, of course, that is one major area. Business can happen only the earth exists. Remember that. This one doesn't. The mother doesn't exist. How can you do the business?
Right. So by exploiting, you cannot make money or profit.
Never.
So that would be a very viable solutions to plastic pollution, which is also the theme of this year's World Environment Day, right, ma'am? So you have already highlighted everything so wonderfully, like you explained your company's whatever you are doing, and it's so great. Like, I would also be want to associate in some way or the other. Like, every youth should be willing to work.
Yes. Come forward.
yes, absolutely, ma'am. And also about World Environment Day and how was it when did it start and everything. So you have already, I think we have covered almost all the points, and the talk was so very informative and so insightful. I learned a lot. So I think we can wrap it up now, ma'am. It was lovely having you. But lastly, I would just, you have already spoken a lot, but still I would ask for one last message. Anything you want to share for our audience?
Okay. Of course, like
in general also you can say in regard of their career or today's context.
It is like, of course, take care of everyone around you. Take care of the mental health. That is most important. We don't talk mostly about it. Take care of your friends, and we don't know who is suffering from what. That is one thing. And nature, be connected to nature.
That is a healing power.
Go green, make your home green. Everything starts from your home.
Yes.
So teach your children, your peers, your everyone, encourage to go green. That is
yes, ma'am. And we can only be affirmative that your company will grow and start generating employment, so that more youths can be associated with it. And obviously whoever is watching us right now, in case of any queries or if they want to connect to ma'am, so they can just ping us and we'll let you connect with our mentor here. I'm sure ma'am would be happy to help you in any way possible. Sure. Right. And they can also visit your Sabina ma'am's EcoWeb Limited Instagram page, right? So it's an Instagram, ma'am.
It's an Instagram, just by the same name it goes,
Okay. So you can also check her page there. And yes, thank you for watching. Thank you, ma'am, again for being here. It was wonderful to talk to you.
Actually.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. And the video is available right now in our YouTube channel, and we'll also share it in our Facebook and everywhere. So you can go and check there, ma'am. Thank you. And we hope for more collaborations in the near future. Hopefully, possibly offline mode.
Yes,
that would be wonderful.
I look forward to it. I'll be happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Bye-bye.